Alright. We should be good. I'm pretty sure. So, just let me know whenever you want the countdown. Yep, I'm ready. Alright. Countdown starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Welcome to Kirby Air Ride. Kirby Air Ride is a Nintendo GameCube game which was released like in 2003. It was made by the same people that made Melee, so that's cool. But this isn't your typical racing game. This is actually, this is actually a lot different than most racing games. Instead of like holding down a button to like actually accelerate, you automatically accelerate. And going fast relies on either different momentum like exploits that we use within the run, or it relies on hitting enemies to gain a bigger speed. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, this is Plantace. A cool thing about this game is that the Japanese names are completely different than the American names for each of the courses. So like that was Plantace, and in the American version it was called like Fantasy Meadows. So this is Valerion. This is kind of a really cool stage. Not really, but oops. Alright, so nice. Okay, so basically what I did there is I grabbed both of the enemies at the same time, and if I let the mixing run out, I can actually get a sword from it, so that's pretty cool. And as you saw there, I actually spun into a wall and held boost. Basically, that is a momentum exploit that we use. It's called Spin Dash, so it's really weird, and you can gain like insane speeds from it, so that's pretty cool. And right up here, you're supposed to get that boost, but I'm bad, so it's all good. But right up here, we're gonna get the sword, and then we'll go down the waterfall, and that will be the first lap. So, like I said, this course really like relies on hitting enemies and moving fast. So there's also a thing called a there's also a thing called a swag dash in this course. I'm really bad at it, but I'll attempt it, I guess. So basically, you're coming up right after this rail up here. You can actually spin off of this wall that I'm coming up to, and oh wow. Okay, I almost did that actually. But if you gain enough height, you can actually get to the top part, which is the fastest route. The second hole that you can go into, which is kind of a backup, it's like a few seconds slower, I think. Not exactly sure. And the last route is very slow, but that's fine. So that's all good. Yeah, almost. It was so close. I'll do it again though. I'm gonna go for it. But this isn't really too interesting of a course, but we'll see if I can get the swag dash one more time. Also, you might see me picking up like different enemies, and some will like be power-ups, some you can just shoot out. Here we go. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that was fast, I guess. Oh yeah, Blue Kirby goes fastest. But anyways, like I said, I'm grabbing a bunch of different enemies, and they all usually give me a different power-up ability, but some you don't want to get. There's a power-up called Bird, and it's slow. You don't want to get it. You can't control it. So that was Valerion, and now we are going to move into probably one of the more interesting courses within the game. This is Sandula, also known as Sky Sands. This course really doesn't rely on like moving like extremely fast and momentum and stuff like that, but you usually gain your speed and momentum off of hitting enemies. So it's probably one of the toughest courses within the game. But yeah, oh, I did not want to get that actually, because if I go too fast here, then I won't be able to pick up this tornado, which you can actually get through the wall. But, oh, okay. You know, also like spin off of that wall, but I didn't there. That's unfortunate, but It's all good. So, and the reason we get the tornado is because we can actually clear out like these coral things here. But unfortunately I didn't get that, so this is still okay though. But as you see, like I'm getting like a lot of sword power-ups and hitting a group of enemies, and that'll like make my speed increase. And also, whenever I do a spin dash, you can look at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen and see my kilometers per hour go up. Oh yeah, that's another thing that I want to mention. I'm running the Japanese version of this game, and it actually has a legitimate reason. The carts are like physically lighter in this version rather than the American version. I don't really know why, but it allows you to it feels faster, and you can also do different tricks that are like Japanese only tricks. You'll see them later in the run, but yeah, that's enough for now. You'll also see me like getting a like going into the air. That actually, you can actually gain speed with the scooter by doing that. And oh man, that sword ran out. That's unfortunate. And some walls you'll see me like spin into, and some you'll see me just straight up boost into. There's reasons why I do that, because some walls you physically can't do a spin dash on because they're, I don't know, different walls. I'm not exactly sure. But that is basically the end of Sandula. And now we're going to move on to one of the worst courses in the game, which is Kolda. Oops, I don't want to go back to Sandula. Alright. And I'm also going to be using all like scooter throughout this run. It is not optimal whatsoever, but I just do it because why not? And I'm very bad at rocket, so I might switch to rocket for a few courses in the future. But basically, Kolda. Oh no. Okay, this is fine though. Since I'm on the rail, I'm not gonna lose any time. You do not want to get that power up. You cannot, like, you can physically not move your control stick whatsoever until you get out of that. But we're all good. So you can also break that with a sword. Oh, yo, what's up? It's Dale. That's Dale. He's a light creature. I know people have like looked into the beta, and they've found out that I believe like he was supposed to be like an actual power-up rather than just like being a enemy that you can suck up. But regardless of that though, that's basically the premise of Kolda. So, and you'll also see me like losing speed because you're going on ice. It's just really weird ice physics. So, and to get out of that, you just hit the boost. Also, shouts out to the flying whale you can see right there. Alright. Whoa, okay. Did not want to go that fast. Alright. So if you get that sword there, you can actually break that ice block, but I didn't because I went way too fast, so this is still fine though. And there's not really much else to say about this course. It's oh, you can also use a different star called Slick Star, and it's very difficult to control, and it's faster to use. Like, well, it's faster to use scooter if you perform well with it. Like, someone that's good at using Slick would probably have a way better time than what I'm gonna get here, but that's fine. So Slick is just very difficult for, like, even the top runners have a lot of difficulty with it. It's a really weird vehicle to use. But regardless of that, that's basically like this course is really like, well, actually I shouldn't say that. This is one of the like hardest courses in the game, along with Magma, which I'm going to be going to next. So that's that. And we're up here. Shouts out to the Waddle Dee riding in a wagon. But anyways, that's cool though. We're gonna move on to Magma now, or Mag Heat, whatever you want to call it. This is like probably arguably one of the more difficult levels in the game. It's more optimal to use rocket here, but I am very terrible at rocket. Or, like, I haven't learned it yet, so you'll see scooter action here, and it's very difficult to go fast with scooter here, but that's fine. Also, there's bird. You do not want to get bird. I'm just going to destroy bird, so that's cool. And this is more of a level that you're going to rely on, like, hitting enemies to go fast, so that's pretty cool. Oops, my sword ran out. You can actually hit those dales there, and sometimes you can gain, like, a boost where you can come off of the ground, so that's pretty cool. Also, you'll see, like, ice-like physics there. Yeah, I don't really know why that happens, but I think it's just kind of a scooter-only thing. Also, you probably saw, like, the lava whale things. I'm not really sure what they're called, but yeah. You can also do a spin dash off of that wall, so. But, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you'll see me, like, in some instances, I'll be getting, like, different enemies, like sword, and I'll be getting, the spike power-up. I cannot recall what it's called, but yeah, you'll see me getting a sword a lot. It's probably one of the best, power-ups to get in this run, because you can hit, like, a large group of enemies very easily, and you'll see me avoiding bomb, like the bomb power-up. You'll see me avoid bird, sleep, a bunch of other stuff like that. So, oh, needle, thank you, Boohead. I'm not too familiar with Kirby, but that's fine. You'll also see me avoiding plasma for the most part until we get to Check Knight. So, that's cool. This course, like I said, is very difficult. And there's not really anything special to it. It's just kind of, you go very slow at times, and sometimes you might go fast, so, yeah. Alright. I threw the spin put, but I don't know why I didn't register. That's unfortunate, though. Anyways, this is the end of mag heat. So that is that. And now coming up, we're getting into the good courses, finally. This one is Arun, also known as Beanstalk Park. So this one is gonna, like, be starting to rely on, like, spin dashes and boosting off of walls rather than just, like, gaining speed from enemies. But right up here, you saw me get on that rail. It is fastest to get on the rail, like, the first time. There's also a backup if you miss the rail. Nice, dude. This loses time, but we're fine. So, anyways, like I was saying, you can get on the rail, you can miss the rail, and then do a backup. But if you miss the backup, you're gonna go really slow. So, but thankfully, we haven't done that. And like you saw there, the Ferris wheel is actually faster to miss the Ferris wheel rather than take the Ferris wheel. Also, you want to ride on the yellow rail because it's a second faster than the other path, and you're closer to that wall that you can spin dash off of. This course is pretty tough because there's a bunch of enemies. Well, oh, okay, alright. This is what happens when, like, you don't get the Ferris wheel. So this is decent. Okay, you can also spin dash off of that wall and go pretty fast. But, oh, okay. That was really scary. My A button just, like, stuck down. I'm not sure why. But, like I was saying, this course is very tough because there's enemies like bird all over the place, and there's a bunch of obstacles in your way that can slow you down, like the Ferris wheel or this rail. So, we're gonna try to get it one more time. Nice. Alright, cool. So this is a decent Arun. It's probably one of the more fun tracks to play. I'm gonna wait just so I don't get the Ferris wheel again, but that's good. and hopefully I get the spin dash. Okay, that was alright. So, you can also gain, like, kind of a boost of height off of that last rail, but it's... Oh, and you can also hit those birds. I swear I hit the right... Okay, whatever. This is fine, I only lost, like, a second, so... 229 is alright. Anyways, we're getting into the good courses. This is probably one of my favorite courses within the game, because you could go very fast. This course doesn't really rely... Oops, I didn't want to get that, but that's fine. It doesn't really rely on, like, enemies that much, but it does rely on spin dashes, so this is probably one of the levels that you're going to see spin dashes be put to use. Like that. And this spin dash, thankfully I got it, but that's actually like one of the tough spin dashes in this course to get, so it's pretty rough sometimes. And also this course is called Steel Organ, and it's also called Machine Passage in the American version. And for this game, I'm running the air ride mode. There's also a top ride mode, which is like a party, like something you'd see like in a Mario Party game, where it's like a top-down view of racing. And there's also probably everyone like knows this one, but there's also City Trial. And City Trial is kind of like you collect a bunch of different stuff and stuff like that. So there's runs for all the different air ride modes. Also, that's bad, but anyways, there's runs for different air ride modes. For top ride, there's like an all tracks thing like this. You just do all the tracks as fast as possible. And then for City Trial, there's 100 checkboxes, and basically it's just starting from a new file and then getting 100 checkboxes as fast as you possibly can. But so it's not like the best run ever, but it's kind of fun to watch. But I prefer this one. There's also 100 checkboxes for this mode, but it's a big meme, so that's great. And City Trial, like casually, is probably the funnest. This mode is actually really fun. So I actually started that last spin dash early, like on the ramp, because that red wall is like a lighter wall and you can't spin dash off of it. So, anyways, we're gonna move to the longest course in the game, but one of the funnest. This is Check Night, also known as Checkered Nights. So, right up here, you're gonna see me get plasma, and hopefully I can break this wall. Oh, okay, we didn't. That's fine. So I'm not gonna get rid of this plasma yet, because if I can boost off of this and then kill these Waddle Dees, and then you can go really fast. So you also want to stay on this red rail, because you could just not do anything and then you'll get to where you want to go. There's a faster way of doing that where you get on the other red rail, but I haven't learned it, so. Anyways, right up here, these are kind of like spin panels. They automatically make you spin. If you get that last one, you can do a spin dash off of that wall, but I didn't, so that's fine though. And right up here, if I get this, maybe, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I didn't. You want to get that first boost panel, but you can actually go really fast just by holding the boost button. So, I also should mention that you can play this game with a control stick, but the D-pad also works as a controller as well. It's really weird, but it's still pretty reliable, and in some instances, D-pad is like more consistent to use in some areas for some spin dashes, and in other cases, like the control stick is easier to use. So. Also, you're kind of underwater in this course, even though you're not. It's really weird. I don't know why they designed it like that. Anyways, on the third lap of this course, you'll see that there's like a bunch of spike enemies here, and they will slow you down a lot. If you hit one, you'll just like bounce back into them, so hopefully I won't do that. And then, nice. Okay, we got it. So that's basically what going fast looks like. You basically hold down and then you just slide across the course. It's actually really cool. Also, that's Wheel. He's not too slow, but for this course he's pretty slow. So, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally ran into a wheel and that slowed me down a bit. Also, I got Wheel. It's not going to slow us down too much because we're going on a rail and we don't lose too much speed with Wheel. Alright, so we're good. And like I said before, there's other like different vehicles which you can use for this run. You can use Rocket, which is definitely like more consistent and easier for, I believe, Plantace and Magma. Those are like the two courses you want to use Rocket. You can use Rocket on a bunch of different other courses, but it's easier to use Scooter if you can perform Spin Dash as well. So, oh, okay. Well, I was gonna do the boost thing, but I'm a Wheel again. And also, I don't want to hit those pink. If you actually like hit one of those pink pressure plates, a wall will like literally pop up in front of you. So that's really annoying sometimes. And finally, we are at the last level of the run, or the last course, I should say. This is Nebula Belt, or Galax, whichever you like to call it. But anyways, this level just basically relies on spin dashes throughout the whole like entire course. So it's pretty boring, but especially when you're bad at spin dashes. So hopefully I can get this one. Alright, that's nice. But you're gonna be spin dashing and then gaining speed by going off of the ramps. This is like one of the most interesting courses because you can actually use a star called Bulk Star on this, and Bulk is like really weird. You have to, like, if you've ever played City Trial and you've gotten, I think it's Dragoon, you can like hold up the boost for like a long time until it fills up, and then you can gain a lot of speed. And like eventually it'll run out, but in this course, like, there's a momentum exploit where if you like gain like a lot of speed with Bulk on a ramp, you can actually go like really fast. So it's pretty cool because like at the very beginning, instead of going forward, you like turn around and go backwards. So it's really cool. Definitely, like, if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth checking out. It's one of the coolest like versions of this track, and it's actually not that slow. Another star that can be used here is Swerve. You can just like spin into a wall and go decently fast, so that's cool. But other than that, there's not really that much to say with this course, so I'm gonna go ahead and give a few shout-outs and stuff. If anyone's interested in running this game, like, I definitely recommend checking it out. Whether it be Air Ride, oops, okay, I guess we're a wheel now. Whether it be like Air Ride mode, Top Ride, or City Trial, like, definitely I recommend checking out the Discord. There's a huge community for all of like the different runners and stuff like that, and they're very helpful. So that's about it for the run. So, and also the time ends once I cross the finish line here. So time stops now. Alright, so that's about it for the run. But yeah, the Discord is, I think, on the speedrun.com page, and you can just like whisper me and I'll send it to you. But yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys for having me.